right, guys. Thank you for being able to come out this evening. I do appreciate it. They asked me to talk about our bird dog program. I think there's quite a bit of us in here that are part of that. Our bird dog program has been going outstanding. I think since of the beginning of October, we've had over 200 brand new leads uploaded. Thank you. Our IT team wasn't quite expecting the burst of home leads. So if anybody has been on there the past 2 days, the page is down. They are uploading and transferring quite a bit of new information to handle all of the upcoming leads. I ask you to be patient. We are actually passing out a couple checks tonight. I would like to ask Joe Keegan, wherever he is, to come on up, and Jason. Part of our deal through our bird dog program is to, in our group here, actually give people the opportunity to physically pass out checks. Joe's been with me here for about 6 months. He is only 20 years old, doing a fantastic job being able to find us leads. And this is the first time I can publicly acknowledge all of his hard work, and I definitely thank him for being able to do that. But our bird dog program is built that anybody get into the business of bird dogging can get into it, whatever background you have. I don't care if you're 20 or 80. It doesn't matter. And Joe is actually getting a check for 2 deals that he got. That's $2,500. So I wanted to give this to Joe. So awesome job, man. And Bruce has something to give to Jason as well.
Yes. This on? I don't know if I need to be on. So you guys may see these signs around town. There's that pretty distinctive red and black type sign. Jason is one of our bird dogs on our team that has a sign similar to that with a different phone number on it. He brought us a lead on a property in Cary. It's a very distressed homeowner that their house caught on fire 2 years ago in December, and the insurance company denied the claim. So this is a house that is probably worth $300,000 after repair value. We put it under contract for $75,000. We're selling it for $85,000, and we close on it on this Friday. So I have a nice check for Jason for bringing that deal to us. It's been a fair amount of work getting it done, but it's taken some patience as well, right? A little bit. So, but here's a check that will be for $5,000 when we get done. So, nice. Awesome job. Just to let you know, we don't normally pay 50% of the profit on the deals. But Jason's one of my coaching students, and that's how we work our deals. They're deal splits. But a normal bird dog would get $500 for bringing us a lead like that, and we take it from basically from lead to close. So, thank you.
Good job. So our bird dog program is built that anybody can talk to any seller, upload all of these leads, and have the opportunity to earn $500 or as high as 5%. And all it takes is putting out some signs, getting in some phone calls, and asking sellers questions. That's all for 500 to 5%. It's a fantastic avenue. There's a couple people in here that are doing fantastic. Gene and his wife are crushing it. I think because of those two themselves is part of the reason that our page was able to crash. So thank you very much.
Sandy, thank you very much.
I don't know if anybody has been part of it, but we have actually had an iPad contest, actually. I think we came up with it back in October, and I'm proud to announce that the person that is able to win it is in this room. We aren't going to talk about it till the end, but we have different contests to help people kind of get going in it, and we are pleased that we are going to be passing out an iPad mini tonight, which is very cool. For all the people that came to Cash Flow back in October, who was able to come? All right, so about 8 of us. Any of you guys that haven't been or played the board game Cash Flow, I would definitely invite you to come. Our first meeting in December, we are going to be doing a little bit of a Christmas party and playing Cash Flow. We've got 10 board games that can each play 6 different players that I highly encourage that you were able to come. For all of you that came, did you guys go out of there thinking differently than how you were able to go in? One of the things that I think is critical is coming here. We've got a handful of awesome speakers talking tonight, but just being in here is only part of the game. Okay, the other part is you actually have to go out of here and do something. Okay, if it's post up signs or if it's talk to sellers, and this board game gives you an excellent opportunity to get in the game and begin with a job and get out of this rat race by thinking creatively. So what is the date of the December meeting?
Oh, sure, put me on the spot.
Okay.
Second Wednesday in December. Anybody have that handy? The 11th December.
So definitely come to that. And that's going to be our only event in December. So anybody that hasn't come to that, I highly encourage that you come on out. So that is all I have to say. Thank you, everyone, for being able to come. I'm definitely looking forward to hear from all these speakers tonight.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Brandon. Okay, so part of what we're going to do at our meetings every month is have an opportunity for open mic for non-vendor members to come up and talk or present their deals that they're working on. If you guys have properties you have under contract, you're doing fix and flips, or you have a wholesale deal, or perhaps you're looking for a property. It works. If you're looking for a property or looking for partners, you're looking for money partners, credit partners, those type of things to put your deals together, that's what this next segment's about. So anybody in the room working on deals that you want to talk about? Sue, come on up.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sue Huff with Huff Construction Company. I've been in this business where I've made money, I've lost money, I've made money for about 16 years now. Still standing strong and still loving it. I currently have a property under contract in Park Ridge. It's a unique purchase from a builder acquaintance and associate of mine. The property is a single-story brick ranch home. All the permits, plans, and all the fees have been placed in order. Construction can start the day after, close on it. I'm looking for a capital partner on this project. The reconstruction of it is, between the reconstruction and the acquisition, the profitability on this one is almost 28%. Return on investment, because I typically will back out the commission costs and some of the other ancillary costs that technically we don't have to come out of pocket with, is about 33%, almost 33% at this point. The actual numbers I have on the property is currently under contract for $280,000. We have a reconstruct of $378,000. This will be basically, for all intents and purposes, it's going to be a brand new home. We're leaving the 4 existing walls, the brick walls, adding 1.5 stories. The final product will be 3,400 square feet, plus 1,000 square foot and bedroom and full bath in the basement as well. That's not included in that. The ARV on this, fairly conservative, is about $900,000. One of the unique features, most of the comps, if not most, excuse me, all of the comps are coming in as full bricks. I don't have anything within the last 7 months that's outside of that parameter. This house will be partial brick and partial frame. So I'm going a little bit on the conservative side. Some of the comps are coming in the mid 900s. Not quite sure how that's going to pan out, but this is a brand new construction, so I think it's probably going to offset itself and might go a little bit higher than that, but I'd rather err on the side of caution. And that's it. My name, once again, is Sue Huff with Huff Construction. I have all of the pertinent information laid out with all the comparables, the statistics, all of the salient facts, and if you're interested, please let me know. Thank you very much.
Anybody else like to talk about a deal? Sean?
Hi, my name is Sean Harrington, and I have a property, it currently has a tenant in it. The property, we bought it back in 2010, and it was a complete gut rehab, held with tenants for a while as the market dropped, and now the market has come back. Zillow, for whatever it's worth, I know it's not the end-all be-all, has a property worth over $320,000. Will be 10% underneath that is what I'm looking to get. Can do some seller financing in the event that that's something you're interested in or something that would benefit you. There's a 3-2 split level in a great neighborhood in Palatine, and it's a mile away from the train, downtown, all that type of stuff. It's in the Palatine School District, not Frem, for those of you that are concerned about that. And like I said, I'd be happy to talk to anybody about it afterwards. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Sean.
So I've got two deals to talk on briefly. The first deal is a package of sandwich lease options. I have a couple properties in Cary, Ingleside, Lake Villa, and McHenry that can be acquired for only $50,000. This is a back-to-back lease option. If anybody hasn't looked into the concept of doing a sandwich lease option, it is incredible. It has some great cash on cash returns. These property total value is probably worth over $600,000 to $700,000 today. We have options on all of them, and we are giving people the opportunity to get in. A sandwich lease option is a whole evening discussion. If anybody is interested, it takes $50,000 to play, and it has a fantastic cash on cash return. I was able to come up with a page-by-page overview of each deal of what the cash on cash return is, which is incredible. Some as low as 34% and as high as 50%. So if you have any questions on these, talk to me. The other deal I have is also a lease option. It's a house in Spring Grove. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. The house is underwater, okay? I got a 20-year lease option on it. The guy's back on payments about $20,000. Most people would probably run from this deal. This deal, because of Dan, has kind of opened up our eyes into a senior, it is going to be that gap in between a nursing home and an active adult. This house is going to actually be converted into a active housing. On a low end, we can get into this thing and have very strong cash flow. The payment on this house is $3,800 per month. Our income coming in off the project is 4 people times $3,000 per month. It's about 12 grand. After all expenses, we are going to cash flow about $4,000 per month. I am looking for a partner to go 50-50 on it. It is going to be about $50,000 down as well, and cash flows would be about $2,000 per month. So if anybody is interested, call me on that one as well. I didn't bring info on that one, but I do have 10 of these here for the first package of 5. If anybody is interested, I will have a handful of these to pass out. Thank you.
And I have a property under contract. I need help. Anybody work with any investors that are buying on the south side of the city? Yes, yes. Would you like to get paid a nice referral fee? I have a yes, yes. Good. Come see me after the meeting. This house is located 5936 South Sangamon. It's in the Englewood part of town. No. This is a Sean, you don't want to move in there? This investor bought the property as a tax, for back taxes. They bought it a year and a half ago. They fully rehabbed the darn thing, put way too much money into it, put a tenant into it. It's cash flowing. It's returning about 18% cash on cash return without financing. I didn't see any in the pictures here, so that's right. They're smaller pictures. So anyway, if you guys have any buyers, people buy down there. I don't buy down there. But maybe you know somebody who's buying in the south side. This is a cash flowing property. It's been fully rehabbed and with the tenant in place. So please see me. I'd like to pay you a nice, handsome referral fee on it. So, question? No, not at this time. No, it actually would cash flow better with the Section 8 in there, but they don't have that. So that's it. And so at this time here, unless anybody else has any other deals, do you have something? Please. Come on up. Come on up.
Hi, I'm Steve Rothman. I've got a rental property in Aurora. It's a 4-bedroom, 1-bath. I had the same tenant in it for 19 years. When she left, I was getting $1,435 a month. It was a really good cash flow. I don't want to deal with the area anymore. There's no real problems. It's been sitting empty for about 3 months. I've just totally rehabbed it again. I'm looking for $80,000. I think you could probably get $1,350 pretty easily for the property. It's a great rental. It's got a huge 2.5-car garage. It's been sided. It's got architectural roof shingle, newer on the house and on the garage. It's got brand new replacement windows, newer high-efficiency heating system. So it's a house that's not going to need money for a long time. And $80,000 is a good deal. If anybody's interested, let me know. I also buy properties. We're cash buyers. I buy a lot of stuff. I've been doing this 35 years. We can close in a day if the deal is right. Wherever. The question is if the deal is right. You bring it to me, we can evaluate it quickly, and we can move. The phone number, it doesn't matter if it's $1 million deal or a $50,000 deal. We're doing deals right now in Skokie, Des Plaines. We've done deals in Olympia Fields, Country Club Hills, Lombard, Aurora, you name it, we do it. So my number is 773-716-7661. So if you have anything that you're interested in, we'll partner, we'll look at anything. We'll give you a bird dog fee, whatever the deal happens to be, we can move on it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did you sell the stove yet?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go.
this is the best deal of the night. $500, and you can be warm all winter. Right now, in this audience, we have a bunch of cool gentlemen. You could become hot and warm by buying my wood-burning stove. $500, and we will deliver it to your place as long as you are within 50 miles of this place. My number is 847-683-4732.
Great.
Again, for the warm evenings, you need this stove because it's only going to get cooler out there.
Great. Thanks, Carol. Carol, did you find tenants for your units in Woodstock?
Not yet.
You shouldn't be talking about that up here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Please.
Okay. This is your opportunity to find, and it does not have a wood-burning stove. So this is too cool. $500? I'll tell you, we would be willing to give you standard real estate commission. I have a 3-bedroom duplex for rent. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, full basement underneath, sits on an acre of land. We provide snow removal, garbage pickup, and lawn maintenance. Price is $11.95. We're requiring approximately a 1.5 year lease because I'm lazy. I don't want to rehab it within a year. So again, I'm asking $11.95. Number is 847-683-7944.
Awesome.
Okay,
Very
thank
good.
you.
Thanks, Carol.
Well, nothing I have to say is as interesting as that. But I do have a couple of things going on. I have a closer to home flip opportunity in the older part of Lake in the Hills. It's 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, Cape Cod, about 1,150 square feet. After value in that neighborhood is going to be about 115, about $40,000 in repairs, and we're looking for a sale price of $40,000 on that.
Where's it at?
What's that?
What town?
It's in Lake in the Hills, off of Randall Road, over by the movie theater, a little bit north of there. So, 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms. Yes, basement partially finished, exterior access, 2-car garage. 40 grand.
Well,
So that one's a good one. That's my hope. I actually was planning on buying that myself, but a couple things didn't go well last month. So, okay. So that's, what's that? I can. The sellers are out of state, so the tenants just recently moved out, and I'm working on getting the keys. So the contract has been done through the attorney, so I have to get access and photos. So they were living there. Livable is a relative term, so I'll give you that.
does it have heat and water?
It does, but not super efficient.
The heat's in the
It's actually
stove that
relatively
Carol
dry.
has.
The basement, I'll tell you, is the nicest part of the house. So that's where they stuck all their money. So that's interesting there. So I have cards and stuff. So if anybody has interest in that, I also has for any cash flow buyers. I've had a couple packages come to me lately. I have a package of rentals in. So if anybody's looking for those type of deals, we can talk about those specifics. What's that? I have 2 different packages that have come to me. So there's one that's a package of 9 that are in Richmond. 9 houses, single family. Those are in Richmond, Woodstock, and McHenry. All right, and those are cash flows. So there's not going to be enough equity to flip them. So if anybody's looking for turnkey rentals, there's those. And then I have a whole package of places in Rockford, if anybody's interested in Rockford. I know one guy is, but I don't. We'll go through. There's probably about 12 in there, so they're spread all over the place. So if anybody's interested in those areas and rental properties, come find me, and then we'll talk about the specifics. They will split those up, but they prefer to sell them in a package. All right. Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Matt. Anybody else? Okay. Well, I'd like to have my business vendors have the opportunity to come up and talk a little bit. Sean, I'd like for you to come up and talk about your economic outlook in the mortgage market these days and
So
your
do both at
services.
once?
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay, combining. So I told you I had to talk too much. I send out an article like this twice a month. It's talk about the economy, something that Bruce saw, and he asked if whether or not to present some of the information in here because he found it valuable. He thought you might find it valuable too. It doesn't cost anything to be put on my email list. This is all I'll send you unless you ask for any more information. First thing is, one of the things that was noticed, and then we probably all know this because we're an instantaneous society, is that many years ago when the government had a shutdown or the economy slowed down or whatever it was, people didn't react immediately to it. And now people are reacting almost instantaneously to it. When you look at the, I'm running through here, sorry, trying to get, the government shutdown caused disruption in a whole lot of areas. One of the things that did slow down actually was housing. Housing has been going up, obviously, as we all know, for the last year and a half, pretty much. That has plateaued, actually, as far as prices, as far as sales go. In fact, they've actually pulled back a little bit. However, because there's lack of inventory, prices are still going up. It's just the amount of sales have come down a good bit. The next thing to talk about briefly here is jobs. Jobs, the numbers were all messed up. I know the jobs report came out last week and said that there was 204,000 new jobs created and unemployment somehow went up to 7.3%, even though participation rate went down and the number was better than expected. Part of that has to do with the furloughed laborers from the stop of the government. And since the government went back to work, hopefully that goes through, because the main thing when real estate values are directly tied to jobs. It's not interest rates. It's not how great a deal is when people have jobs, that's when they buy houses. That's when they buy cars, that's when the economy works. Another thing, I was on a conference call today with a group of money managers, and one of the things they talked about, which was surprising to me, the 10-year note, which is not directly related to mortgage rates, but is kind of moves in sync with. Right now, we're about 2.70 for a 10-year note, 2.75. They expect the rate to be about 3.25 a year from now. That's not much difference. I would expect it to be much higher because by that point, the government's probably going to stop buying the bonds. Consumers, as soon as the government shut down, they stopped buying stuff. But fortunately, as soon as the government went back, opened up again, they went back to buying things again. So again, tied instantaneously to what's going on because we just had that information. And the Federal Reserve, they're expecting, before they were talking about the tapering, I don't know how many people have heard that phrase, about the buying of the bonds. Right now they're buying $85 billion in bonds every single month, $45 billion of securities, U.S. Treasuries, $40 billion in mortgage securities. That is expected to go ahead and continue. Now they're expecting not tapering until the first quarter of next year, which is news. It was supposed to happen in September, didn't happen. The market's like that. What's going to happen next year when it does, I think it'll depend a lot on what's going on with the economy and the jobs and everything else. If people think the economy is healthy, then the reaction won't be that bad to the stopping of buying bonds. As far as me, as far as my career goes, I am a loan officer with Mortgage Master. We are a mortgage banker. That means we don't hold the paper ourselves. That means we can actually be more aggressive in our underwriting. Because when a bank makes a bad loan and has to buy it back, it affects their reserves and messes them up. Now, I don't want to get too technical how all that works. On a mortgage banker, it just costs us cash. So it doesn't affect our ability to do business in the future. That's why a mortgage banker can be more aggressive. We have 62 different banks we work with. One of the things you can see on the back table back there is this here. If you're a member of NILREIA and you contact me about a loan, we give you $500 off closing costs. It doesn't come out of my pocket, it comes out of the company's pocket. It's a corporate affinity program, it's a relationship situation with us and NILREIA. So in the event that you do decide that you do want to get a mortgage, it'll save you $500 off the top. Any questions at all? Again, my card's back there. Yeah.
Can you go into some of the changes that are going to happen next year as far as loan requirements for individuals and some of the requirements that are going to be for private individuals selling homes with owner financing?
Actually, I was just talking to our help desk about owner financing today. There are some lenders that will allow it. If you're going to go ahead and do a conventional loan and then do owner financing, hold back a second, let's say they put down 10% and you hold a 10% second so they have to pay PMI. They will look much harder at the appraisal, just a heads up on that. So don't inflate the price of the house in order to cover that 10%. But it can be done. We have one lender that'll do it right now. Other lenders won't allow a seller to hold a second on a conventional Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac type loan. Another thing that's going away effective next weekend is 3% down on conventional financing. The community homebuyer program is going to now be 5% down. FHA has a brand new program to help people who have lease purchase tenants. There's, in the event that there's a back to work program, 1 year out of bankruptcy, foreclosure, et cetera, if you can demonstrate that it wasn't a choice because you were being careless, it was because of the fact that you lost a job, you got your hours cut, you lost 20% or more of your income, and now you've reestablished yourself, they will allow you 1 year after all the mess to go ahead and finance a home. Fannie Mae will actually let you 2 years out of a short sale finance a home. Freddie Mac will not do that. So there's programs out there. When you have a tenant coming in and they say, well, my credit is terrible, let me take a look at it. Let me pull their credit for you. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything for me to pull their credit. And let me figure out and let you know, look, they'll be able to buy in 6 months or a year or 2 years, or you know what, these people are that bad and it's going to take 4 years. But there's a lot of programs out there, a lot of different stuff happening, and I can't even keep up with everything going on because of the fact that there are all these different programs coming in. Again, we have 62 different lenders, and so they all have different guidelines, and that's why we have a scenarios desk, which is basically for former underwriters. Their whole job is to help us loan officers find ways of getting deals closed. And so it's kind of like when you hire an ex-IRS auditor to become your CPA. They know all the rules. They know the ways around it, and they're the ones that are going to give you advice to help keep you out of jail. So, with that, is any other questions, please, let's check, find me in the back of the room later. Thanks.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, John. Any of our other business vendors here to share? Josh? No?
Hi guys, my name is Josh Brown with Harding Real Estate in Woodstock. I'm what you call a investor-friendly broker or investment broker. We do a lot, I do specifically a lot of retail sales for investors. I do a lot of deals that are not on the market, or what you call the MLS. So I have a lot of cash buyers that are looking for rehabs, or rehabbers that are looking to buy property anywhere from 25 to 50% of the market value. We have a bunch of those that come up that are not on the market. So if anybody is looking for stuff along that nature, I also do broker buyer representatives for investors that is not involved with the market. So if you guys need anything along that nature, I also have cash buyers that are looking for properties anywhere up to 70% ARV value. So if you guys have anything along that nature, I also do some retail sales for single families. So if anybody needs help with that, or we also do third-party representative and agency for investors that do not do that. So if we can do anything for that, it'd be great. Josh Brown, Harding Real Estate.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
Sorry, I should have come up here earlier. I am looking for a person that does not concrete work, asphalt work. Last week, was it 2 weeks ago we had the cash flow meeting, Brandon? Or was it 3 weeks ago? I met a guy, and he and I are working on a deal right now for a two-flat in McHenry, and we're considering putting in a four-car driveway. I've never done anything like this. This is my first real estate deal, so I haven't seen James here yet, or is it Norm you said? Okay. We'll talk later about that. My name is Anthony Wood. I'm with American Family Insurance. We are an investor-friendly insurance company. We can insure anything from just a flat piece of vacant land all the way up to a skyscraper and everything in between. We can help you in numerous ways. Last time when I was here, I mentioned something called our Landlord Toolbox. Our Landlord Toolbox, it's actually gotten a little bit better. A few things have changed with it since the last time I spoke. We offer... Sorry, do I need to? I'm kind of short, so. Our Landlord Toolbox now offers the background checks, the credit checks. We are no longer capping that. However, AmFam is now only going to cover 50% of the cost for that. With that, we're also going to include several hotlines, a couple newsletters, and access to a lot more legal documents than we had before in the past. That being said, we like to cover not only your assets, but we also like to help you build some assets. We can actually turn insurance into something that is more than just an asset protection, but an actual generating income for yourself and for your family as well. We also are going to be offering ways for you to buy out your existing partners. Maybe you're in an LLP or some sort of business like that, and you want to take over your business or take over the other person's side of the business. We can offer you some things like that now. Please give me a contact with that. Once again, each insurance case is a little bit different. About 4 months ago, I had a gentleman contact me and ask for a few quotes. I didn't get the business. The guy thought my valuation was a little bit too high. It's arguable. I mean, we do have some flexibility in that. However, the gentleman failed to realize I was selling him a different type of policy than the policy that he was purchasing. Now, that policy he was purchasing is not something that was a bad policy. A lot of people in here are new investors, and a lot of people here are experienced investors. Does everyone here know what coinsurance is? Coinsurance is basically a deductible, but it's a super high deductible. Now, there's times where this will actually help us, and there's times that it'll hurt us. This gentleman, unfortunately, did not take my advice, and instead of taking one that we did not have coinsurance, he took the lower priced option with an 80% coinsurance deductible. Now, what that means is you times what the property should be valued at times 80%. For 80% in his case, and then above that, in the numerator, you'll actually have what it is actually supposed to be insured for. You take that number, you times it by the loss. After that, then you have your deductible on top of that. It's going to reduce the amount of payout drastically. This gentleman suffered roughly $80,000 worth of losses. Some really horrible tenants. This is in Rockford. I went out and viewed that place, and I don't want to say anything bad about Rockford, because there are some great deals out there, but man, I don't know what this guy did to piss him off, but oh man. He's only going to receive about $40,000 from his insurance company. I know a lot of you guys have done a few things where real estate is inside of your retirement accounts, or your 401ks or IRAs. And I wasn't here at that meeting. I'm not sure how that works. That scares the snot out of me. I'm a new investor, but I've been doing insurance here for about 2 years. Only 6 months with American Family, and I can tell you American Family is one of the more friendly, investor-friendly things with that. So speak with me directly, and we can help you guys protect a huge loss like that gentleman did. So I'll be in the back.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, no problem.